Welcome to Megapath Presents, where we talk about everything that has to do with the world of The Walking Dead. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today we're going to talk about Norman and Steven being heroes. Now, Norman Reedus plays Daryl Dixon, Steven plays Glenn from The Walking Dead, and they were out filming in Georgia, both riding motorcycles and like badasses. And I guess they came across an accident. I don't know how badly anyone was hurt. They didn't really mention a lot of that in the article. There was a news clip. I'm not sure if there was more information there. However, I don't believe anyone died or anything like that. But they did show up to help. And a lot of fans immediately started going crazy because, in their opinion, this confirmed that both of them would live past Negan. Now here, it gets a little tricky because I do know they officially started filming Season 7. I don't pay close attention to the filming unless it's information that's released, you know, by the official Walking Dead website through Skybound or AMC or someone else that they trust to release stuff that's not spoiler. And the reason is because a lot of stuff that's about filming is more spoiler related, leaks and everything like that. So I kind of distance myself as much as I can with that information. But I do know they have filmed or started filming, and from what I understand, they are either at the end of episode 1, or I'm not talking about episode wise because they film it out of order, but I'm talking about at the end of their filming days, you know what I mean, for episode 1 or possibly going into episode 3. I do not believe they're all, I'm sorry, episode 2. I do not believe they're all the way into episode 3 already because I think it takes like 8 or 9 days to complete an episode, and I thought they only started filming maybe a week and a week and a half ago, give or take. So I do believe they are at the end of episode 1. Now, why that's so important is because they don't film in order. They could come back to filming and they could film the entirety of episode 1, and then on the last few days of filming, or maybe nights or however the schedule is set up, they could actually film the Negan death scene. And I know that gets confusing to people, because when I was a kid, I always wondered how they did shit. I thought they filmed it, you know, from beginning to end the way we watch it. But because of scheduling and other things like that, it's all just out of order and chaotic, you know? Well, here's the thing. If they do film that, let's say they didn't even film it yet, or let's say they did, I don't know. There's still a chance that one of them could definitely die. This does not clear them, in my opinion, of dying. Not only that, because another thing I do want to talk about in a minute, I don't want to get off track, but a lot of people were saying Glenn is definitely going to die because he can't be on set because he's filming 2 different movies. Now, yet we have to look at this again to how they make movies. Just because Steven is filming, you know, some movie in, I don't even know where. I know it's like in a foreign country, I believe. You know, he's got a starring role in that. Listen, they can have production dates to where, you know, himself needs to film, or they have dates like they could be in production and they have other scenes going on where he's not involved. You know what I mean? Like, his scheduling might not be then. It might actually be later. It might even be earlier. Just because, like, they are actually working on the movie, they could be doing stuff that doesn't involve Steven's character. So even though he might be in it, if they're filming stuff that doesn't involve his character or whatever, he doesn't have to be there for that. So that's what I'm saying. You got to pay attention to what they're doing as far as scheduling, which gets really tricky because that's not something that they just put out there all the time. Like, yeah, you know, I'm going to film my Glenn scenes here, here, and here. They don't give us that information. So we need to, you know, just keep in mind that just because they're filming, let's say they're filming Steven's movie right now, let's say it's in production and it's filming and whatever, that doesn't necessarily mean they're filming his scenes, is basically what I'm saying. Same thing with Norman Reedus. By the time we hear shit, usually, they have already got it, you know, underway, you know, and then when they do filming dates or they're doing certain things, they have already got shit established and, you know, filmed, and so it's not as we're hearing it, is what I'm saying too, as well. There's just so much different things to take into consideration. But my personal opinion, I think this is absolutely awesome. Just that they stopped and helped, I think that is so cool. Especially if those people involved, I mean, it's an unfortunate thing, absolutely. But if those people involved were fans of The Walking Dead, imagine one minute you're whacked upside the head, next thing you know, you see Daryl there. Glenn comes around the corner, you'd be like, what the hell? This is crazy. But I do think that is really cool that they stopped. I don't think it takes, unfortunately, I don't think it clears either one of them for the death. I do believe either one of them can still get a death. And let me put this in here too while we're talking about it. There's an image going around with Abraham kissing some doll that has his head bashed in, and Glenn with blood pouring down. Now, I wasn't able to confirm this. I will tell you right now that's bullshit. That image is complete and utter bullshit. First off, look at Glenn's face. He's clean shaven. And I'm almost positive that Abraham's clothes is when he was in season 5 during Self-Help. So I'm almost positive that is from season 5. I remember seeing that Abraham picture of him kissing that Walker head. And this is what we also got to be careful of too, because people will pull images like that Aaron Dummy image. People pull these images that are way old and then they bring them to light, and maybe there weren't interesting images before, so we got a glance of them but nothing major was going on, so we just forgot about it, you know what I mean? And now everyone's talking about it like, oh, look at this, Glenn's got blood trickling down his face. But the only problem is Glenn's not wearing the clothes he was wearing. Glenn's not even, he doesn't even have the face, little beard. He doesn't grow much, you know what I mean? But he's got a little bit. He's got a lot more. And then in this picture, he's like clean shaven. You know what I mean? Soft as a baby's behind. So, yeah, I don't really see that matching up, you know? Imagine a little scruffy Glenn, and then when he dies, if he died, he'd be clean shaven. It wouldn't make any sense. Another thing, a lot of people are telling me that Aaron is back filming. I'm talking about Ross in real life, but Aaron, he's back filming, and he has a beard, so I don't know what the hell that's about. Another thing, too, if you see a picture posted on Instagram and he has a beard, that doesn't mean that picture was taken that day. It could have been a picture that's 2 weeks old. It could have been a picture that's 2 days old, and he could have shaved it. So, again, these are also things we got to take into consideration. Plus, we don't know how they're going to film that scene, and there's also debate on whether or not they filmed it. Now, I'm going to believe the cast and crew and directors and everything like that, because they swear up and down they did not film the death at the end of season 6, and I know a lot of people are talking about the continuity, and this is something, if you go back in my older videos, way back when, I said you can't end it at the Negan scene because the continuity is going to be so difficult to replicate. You can't go back and get Rick Grimes looking exactly the way he was. I mean, you can, but it's going to be hard, complicated. Why would you ever want to do that? So for everyone saying that, you know, they're going to skip the kill, or they're going to do something different or whatever, I do understand completely the continuity is an issue, but it can be done. It's just a huge pain in the ass, but they might end up doing something different. I mean, shit. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope they don't. I want to see the whole scene unravel, and if we don't get that, that's going to be pretty disappointing. So, anyway, give me your thoughts and opinions about this whole situation, the cliffhanger, whatever you want to talk about, everything down in that comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn.
Subscribe now.